Random Guy Art Night on the 999 ASMR Tarot Visual Textures. And in tonight's Visual Textures episode, we are going to work on an artistic representation of the Page of Wands. Now, I must warn you, I'm very terrible at sketch work and so forth. So I am learning as I am earning, as they speak, so they say. I got a couple tools. We're going to be using wax pastels. These are pastel crayons, Neocolor, crayon arche, I guess that's what they're called, crayon arche. And so I'm going to work on this. We might do some stenciling. Like I made this on Monday night for my, this is a deck of answers, and so you could ask me some questions and I'll give you some answers. And anyway, so without much further ado, we're going to get going here. I might change the color of the sky here. In the 1909 Rider-Waite, it's kind of this sort of this greenish color here. With these pastels, you can add water to it and just to smooth things out, but I don't know if we're going to do that. I think I'm just going to do this dry. I'm going to use this notebook here of drawing paper. I liked it because it was this size. It'll be just the perfect size for doing a vertical live. And so we'll just see how this works. You know, it's not like an exact representation, but I'm just going to put this color in here. I may use some water on this. I may not, but I probably am not going to, and we're just going to add the color in. Just kind of put it in here. I'll be quiet so you can just hear the crayon on the page. People will just do lines like this because it gets some energy in there, adding the energy into the whole thing. I'm guessing that a little bit of carryover will work. I feel like this guy for wands, which is a fire sign, a inspiration by fire. Put that over here. This is going to be a very boring video presentation, kind of in the lines of it being sleep aid. So if you're watching on the playback, you know, feel free to adjust the speed accordingly to facilitate your relaxation needs. And for those who like calm voices, you might find this to give you some sort of an autonomous sensory meridian response. It may happen. There was some guy I watched recently. He has can't remember his channel name. He he's a pilot. Then he narrates his trip. So he's like a small engine pilot guy, and his videos are just extremely mesmerizing. I'm going to go switch over to this more darker yellow. This is golden yellow, and this will kind of add in some more fiery layers into it. My hand is like totally in the way, so we will just change sides here. But I find that for me, this is not for everybody, but for me, the voice is everything. I love to listen to voices. A lot of it has to do with having audio processing disorder, and when I learned, learning to read was difficult, but in my 20s, after going to a learning specialist, I ended up getting all my textbooks from the Library of the Blind and Dyslexic, and so I had to listen to the book at the same time as I was reading it, because I had more than half the words that I ever encountered, I had no idea how to pronounce them. And like the word debris, well, it took me forever. It took me 20 years, or like until I was almost 30 years old. I'd seen how it was spelled, but I didn't connect that debris was, to me, when I saw the word, I thought it was De Beers. I pronounced it as De Beers, not debris. And so learning how to pronounce the words, and it was just a long, arduous process. And so I listened to lots and lots of books, I'm going to add a little bit of some red tones in this to bring up just a sense of that fire in the sky, but I need to see if there's a way I can blend this. Do I have a blending tool? There's a little bit of moisture in here because I was using it for stenciling earlier today. So it'll blend it in there. I'm not sure I like how it's blending. I'm not sure I like how that very well. But as I was saying, the voice, just listening to voices. Bob Ross is a wonderful voice to listen to, but I'm highly attracted to voices and speaking voices, and just kind of put this in here, blends it in. That just a little bit of moisture works. I need to do something about this up here, though. To getting perspectives, this is a tool that I've had this tool for a long time, and so I'm going to be like learning as we go along here, and using some of these tools to try to learn perspective, because it was told of me by many people now that I need to create my own tarot deck, and so that's what we're doing. I've done a couple different things already in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but we're going to just be doing this in this book here, and I'm going to be doing it solely off the 1909 Rider-Waite tarot deck. That's the one I'm going to be using as my example. I got to do something about that, but we'll see if we can figure that out later. I'm going to come down here to the land, and this is a desert landscape in the Rider-Waite tarot. It's the page is in a desert landscape, and so we need to have sort of a, maybe not a brown like that. Maybe we can do that and bring up the colors. Let's just try that. You know, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work, because we can try it again another time. I'm just going to kind of bring this in here, block in those colors. You know, between like painting and all that, there is a lot of similar similar skills. So you master one, and then the rest of them come easier. At least that's my that's what I believe. But I didn't start painting till 2016, and drawing was always the thing that I was the worst at. But I think I have a blender tool in my colored pencils that might work. Well, that's right. What they said is, if you want to blend something, you use the white crayon to blend colors together. Okay. So yeah. Okay, that may work. So got this, and I'm just going to bring it all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to add some other colors to it too. Maybe that's not quite what a desert landscape looks like. The 1909 tarot had a limited palette of colors because of the printing. The printing, they just had, in their printing presses, they just had a limited color palette in 1909, and so, and then, you know, for the Marseille tarot, which is like a 1700s tarot, that, let's see if we go to the white one now. It was even more limited to just brighter colors like red and white and blue and green. I believe like yellow as well. So I'm going to just come in here and do some blending. Let's see, what color red? Do I want to go with rose? Yeah, let's use some of that rose in here too. Well, hello, Blue Star. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm doing some pastel practice, and Moon Stars Tarot and Tropical Impress Tarot and Honey Lou all have suggested that I do my own tarot, and so we are practicing here. Just doing some practicing. I think we're going to come up to a different color up here. Let's bring it in. Maybe. Yeah, hello. Welcome. Maybe the colors look a little muddy here, but you know what? It is just a practice. And so when you practice, you don't have to necessarily worry too much about whether things look really, really good. And so we need to do some blending here. I'm just going to blend these colors in here. Maybe over here as well. That's right, you push harder to get these, to get the colors to smooth out a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I used this thing in order to help me get the perspectives that I needed. But I'm really not any very good at sketch work, and so that's one of the things that I want to get better at, because I know that if I get better at sketching, then I can do better paintings and be more you know, have more intricate paintings. Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of come in here. I don't think I'm going to add any water. These are water-soluble wax pastels. But adding water to them is not... This is really a thin paper, so I think I'm going to run it backwards and forwards just to get... And so with that, that just means I'm probably not going to add water to it. Maybe I will, but at this time I'm not going to do that. You know, Blue Star, on Monday I made a pack of cards for like answers. I kind of modeled it slightly after Magic 8-Ball answers. So Willow, you changed your name back. Well, welcome, Willow. Welcome back. And thank you for joining. I wasn't quite sure if I would get anybody to come in to this pop-up live. My live schedule is for the time being this is my live schedule for the time being. And but I am doing some pop-ups here and there. I had some spare time, so I thought I would do that, give a little pop-up. I think we want to go and add some definition in here. I don't know if that did it. Maybe we better go back and blend that in. Shadows, I don't know. I am going... Oh, I broke it. Really pushed hard and I broke the crayon. Well, I guess when I've seen other tutorials of people who do pastels, they have a whole box full of broken pastels. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, it's what it is. Kind of off in the distance, the mountains. Yeah. All right. We're just gonna keep forging along. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that to look any better. Maybe if I go and use this semi-moist blender brush. Then add more layers. Yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to add more layers of paint. Down like this. It's not exactly a color match for that. I'm not sure that I really like the texture of these colors. This is a really weird color. The red hills, the iron hills of fooldom. All this fire, the fire in the sky, the fire in the air, the fire in the land of fire, which is different from the land of Mordor, huh? I'm going to blend that in here. That didn't quite work, did it? Because it's a totally distinctly different color texture from the other. So we're just going to come over here like this, and we'll remember that we have another leg in the picture here. Come blend, just blend. I might break my rules here. I got a little bit of a spray bottle. I'm going to put just a slight misting of water on here. Like that, just a little bit moist. And with that, I can use it to liven everything up. Yeah, see how that does that? Kind of shapes it in. You can use that to shape it. Give it shape. I just kind of need to give it a little bit more. Just a little bit more moisture here. And I think I like that. I'm not sure I like that white though. It's in the background. All right. Maybe this is as good as it's going to get. So we're not looking at, like, we're not no Rembrandt here. He ain't no Rembrandt. Ain't no Bob Ross either. Ain't no Bob Ross. So, what color should these legs be? You know, I'm going to make them purple. We're going to make them purple. So he's got some purple leggings. Purple hose, I think it is. And then maybe some shoes that were, what color? Let's just do purple all the way down. And then maybe I'll give it some, him or her or it, some black shoes or something. Got some boots that are coming partially up the leg. Big brown boots. There we go. So, I think the boots are just coming up to here. They don't really stand out very well. Let's take a highlight clip here, and maybe we can use kind of up a color. Might blend it really nice. I'm gonna come in and do some black. Maybe just a little bit of black in here. Kind of the outline there. Very simplistic art. All right, now let's just kind of go move on here, and we'll make the big baton that it's carrying. Let's start with this brown color. If it's brown, flush it down, as they say during a drought. And then we're going to use this red. It's this fire color. Kindergarten art. That's what we got going on here. Maybe come up with the black. Just bring that in here. To give it some outline, some definition. Just bring that color clear out to the end. Comes up a layer of color. And like a beacon, we're going to use this color here. It's just like a big light on the end. A big, bright yellow light. An impressionistic sort of my own impression of this. Maybe another color of yellow. Coming in here. Did I just use this yellow? Let's just see some answers here. Will I win the lottery tonight? It says go for it. Take a risk. Go buy a lottery ticket. See what happens. Will you win the lottery tonight? After you take a risk and go for it? Let's see what the answer cards say. It says don't be lazy. You can reach it. It's within your grasp to win the lottery. All you got to do is get a ticket and go for it. See what happens. That's what the magic 9 answers say. All right, let's go move on. I think I want this person to have blue skin like a Hindu god or something like that. Rather than play favorites to like flesh color and everything else, we're gonna go well, maybe not. This is the color of the sleeve, but it's blue skin. I like blue skin. Hands don't have any definition, but you know what? I never said that I was good at drawing. Fact is, I have said multiple times that I can't draw. I think what we'll do is we'll kind of bring out here a blue face. And then have sort of with red hair. This is the impression here. hat's purple. And I'm going to give it, what color? Maybe this part of it, the neck is rose. I'm going to bring that in over the hands, kind of over this part here, up to where the sleeves might be, sort of a rose color. Up to about there, looks about right. And then let's go back in to the face and kind of give it this blue and rose color. Face, and over here bring in that blue into the neck and there. Sleeves are just blue. I think we'll make it a differentiating between those two things. We will add a different layer of blue into here. Blue sleeves. For my kindergarten art, what else has we got going on here? What other color do we want to go? You know, I like this rose. Just make that rose. Kind of this armor. Pages are generally thought of as female characters, and so that's why I'm giving it sort of this kind of a coloration going on. And got that. And I think I might add, yeah, just another good old layer of this. Kind of bring it in there. But you know, we might do, because we have the purple in here, maybe we just bring in lightly and bring in some purple to give it some definition to the dress. Kind of around there. Here. To there. Over there. And maybe there's just a kind of a tie here, and it's kind of going off into the background. You have this cranberry color, maybe a little bit more of this into here, just to add some definition into it. And maybe we'll come in with my blender, do just a little bit of blending in here, smooth out the colors. This is the point where my art is a little more advanced than kindergarten art with the use of blending tools. Then again, my grandniece, her drawing skills are very advanced for someone who's 7 years old. And I need to do something about this here. Bring in just some harder edges. Maybe we use a different tool altogether. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying here. I'm not, this kind of art, I'm not, when it comes to the human body, I'm not very, it's not my strongest suit. But thank you for thinking that it looks nice. The background, I don't particularly. Okay, as far as the sky is concerned, what can I do up here to make it doesn't belong over there? Sophie 10 XOXO, I'm not doing bad actually. My blood sugar is running a little bit high right now because I had a bit of sugar. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. And how are you doing? I'm just making an impressionistic. I'm using this as my model for tonight. It's an impression. I'm not trying to do an exact thing. I'm not more of an abstract page of wands. But if we were to go do this, I'm in the diabetic range. Just put it to you that way. I'm in the diabetic range. I'm kind of gonna put some leaves in here. They call it pre-diabetes, but yeah. But yes, it's I have to watch things, and I take medications to keep my blood sugar in to yes, I take care of my feet. And so it's got some there we go. There's some little things there. And this big old stave, it has a maybe want to have some greenery out here. But yeah. Oh, you have. It's what it is. We all get something. We all get something. That's the moral of it all. We all get something. There we go. Kind of gazing up there. Got some kind of a bowl-like hat. Maybe a little bit more color in here. hat and kind of reddish hair. Maybe it's just a hair piece. I don't like that. I think it looks a little bit better. It's going to be interesting to see if in a month I get better at doing this. You know, with more practice, if I can get better at it. I want to do something more about this here. I don't want to add any red to it. I really kind of want to bring out maybe green. Maybe that's what I'll do. Is I'll bring in and bring this light green in here and just kind of a greenish glow. Yeah. I think that's not bad, I think. It's kind of this. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. I think I like that. Let's just take a look here. I mean, it's not. It's what it is. It's a try. I'm going to be, as I said earlier, I'm going to use this thing to this sort of a heavy-duty sketchbook paper to do one specific thing on this show. I got it has a nice perspective on it. I think I'll probably put some fix it on it to fix this down, but maybe we want to add just a bit of an outlining in here. A little bit of an outline, get some harder lines. And some harder lines. That with the black. Hands just overreaching. They're kind of like mitts. The mitts looking out, and then what? We kind of shape it out here. Big nose. Ear, outline of an ear there. Some eyes. It's just a little bit better than what I did in high school. Just a little bit better. Little definition here. Just a faint little lines here. Faint lines, just sort of to bring out some shape. There we go. Edge of the sleeve, like that. There. Just a little bit of an edging work on it. I kind of like this helmet-like effect for the headpiece. There's some definition there. I'm gonna go into where I was using this blue color. I'm gonna just add in the blue ear kind of in here. there. Maybe just a little bit spot here where the mouth could be. There we go. I mean, it's cartoonish. It's not nothing exact. Come back over this. Is sort of a light box with some greenery. And then maybe just a little bit more, maybe add a little touch of some rose in the sky. Bring out like just a fire, a kind of, a fire texture. Fiery texture in the sky. Got these lines of power that radiate from in the sky. Kind of fire coming out here, flames. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So let's go in and use that blender on. Oh, maybe that just ruined it because it's got too much water on there, but too late now. We're going to come back over it. It's going to bring some different textures in here. I think I need a bit more of a spot. And so I'm going to just add a little bit of water to the tip here. And that's too much, and so we'll take some of that off. Just a little bit of moisture. And we're adding that textured kind of blending those colors together in for the background sky. Then I'm going to go one more layer of yellow, of the yellows on here. So on Friday night, I believe I know either Friday or Saturday I'm going to do paper mache again. I found some more wire that I can use to make a frame. So I can make a frame. Maybe like this is just some electrical wire that I used. Thank you, Blue Star. And I'm going to make some critters of some kind. I know someone wanted me to make Christmas ornaments, and I tried making Christmas ornaments, and I think I'll try again. Try again to make Christmas. And so this was my trial for making Christmas ornaments, and I was fast. Thank you, Sophie 10X. And so I was fast drying this in the oven, but I didn't take the balloon out, and then it split out. So this is kind of like a Pac-Man like creature now, but I think I'll try and make ornaments again. I don't know. I really don't know what. So yeah, so this is with pastels, wax pastels, which are water soluble, and we'll just blend this stuff down. Blend it down, but I think I want to bring just a little bit more color into it. Well, you know what? It's a work in progress. I am an artistically inclined individual, yes. And so, for instance, my specialties, Sophie, this is my specialty, is landscapes. And this is where my heart is at. But I want to expand out and be more expansive as an artist, I guess. let's go see what my answer cards say. I think I need to remake these so that they're funnier. I really kind of want them to be more comedic, but you know, we're just gonna pick one. Should I do Christmas ornaments or should I do paper mache creatures? Paper mache creatures or Christmas ornaments? Let's see what the answer is. It says don't be shy. Huh, well that doesn't quite apply here. What about this one? It says slow down. See, it's got some good answers. Good answers here. Almost like a magic 8-ball answers. But so let's go back into the sky with some more yellow just to I think I'll just push harder. Maybe I can get that more of this fiery like texture here. Yeah, so fiery texture. So it says slow down and don't be shy. But that doesn't tell me anything, does it? Slow down tells a lot of things. Actually, now that I added this extra layer on here, that actually does look pretty good. It gets a more of a fire in the sky like effects, and since the page or the wands is a fire energy, and so we're bringing out that fiery energy in the sky, that hot emotional inspiration. And here we're going to bring this on down. So yeah. There we go. I actually think it doesn't look so bad. It doesn't look as bad as I was thinking it would. So if you're new here and you're watching this on the playback, there are these nice buttons that you could push if you so desire. If not, that's fine too. So I like how this yellow kind of almost looks kind of reddish in tones. Go back over that, and then this. Yeah, I think this is done. I think it's done. What do you think? You think it's done? We'll use here's my lavender wand. I can't remember. I think I got this at a wedding. One of my nieces got married in June. And everything is falling down. It's art of falling apart here. And so this is where we're at on Random Guy Art Night. This is kind of set the stage here. I'll move that out of the way. And here we got it. Page of Wands. Over here. And now at this time in the evening, and this is for what was the energy of the night. What does the Tiny Tarot want to say for you and me, for everyone? It's about the star energy. And Blue Star, you added all those stars in here, and we're taking that mysterious energy from the sky that lights up the sky and bringing it down into us and put it into this. This is all about the star energy here. And in the star, there's this pool here. This pool here is all filled with liquid starlight. And this goddess-like person pouring star energy into the ground and giving it silvery water to drink. Anyways, that's all we got. Till tonight for a random guy art night on the 999 ASMR Tarot Visual Textures program. One more answers for you, and then I'm going to say good night. The answer is yes. That's what the answer is, yes. All right. Good night, Blue Star. Thank you. Sophie 10X, thank you. Thank you for being here, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. And I'm going to wish you a good week, a good night. Good night. Bye-bye.